The lead-up to the 9/11 attacks reveals critical failures in airport security, allowing hijackers to board planes armed with weapons. This negligence played a key role in the tragic events that unfolded. In response to the attacks, national security policies were overhauled, resulting in stricter airport regulations. These measures aim to prevent such devastating incidents from happening again. The air traffic control response underscores the chaos of that day, as communication with hijacked planes repeatedly broke down. This highlighted the difficulties authorities faced during a crisis. Flight crews fought to control a deteriorating situation, receiving alarming reports of stabbings while feeling powerless to help. The cabin erupted in panic as passengers reacted to the chaos around them. Air traffic control became aware of the hijacking and initiated tracking with primary radar, striving to maintain communication despite the hijackers disabling the transponder. The hijackers drastically changed the course of the flight towards New York City, escalating the urgency for a coordinated response from authorities. The military was swiftly informed of the developing situation. Initially, the pilots of Flight 175 remained unaware of the hijacking, delaying their response. Their eventual sighting of the hijacked aircraft highlighted the confusion gripping the skies. As air traffic controllers worked to coordinate military action, disbelief clouded their judgment regarding the hijacking severity. This miscommunication emphasized the complexities of managing crises. The last communications with Flight 175 were filled with confusion and urgency, painting a picture of the chaotic environment during the hijacking, ultimately leading to a tragic loss of contact. The ignition of nearly 1 million liters of jet fuel created an inferno, engulfing the building in flames. This devastation compromised safety and resulted in countless casualties. Witnesses recounted frantic scenes as individuals leaped from the towers, desperate to escape. The gravity of the situation unfolded swiftly, capturing the world's undivided attention. Emergency responders encountered overwhelming challenges in managing the crisis. Communication breakdowns and confusion severely hampered their ability to mount an effective response. The initial descent of the first plane sent shockwaves through those witnessing the event, marking the onset of an unprecedented crisis in New York City. The second plane's crash confirmed the fears of a coordinated attack, with eyewitness accounts detailing the horror as the situation escalated dramatically. In immediate response, emergency services were deployed as news of the attack spread. Authorities moved swiftly to shut down air traffic and secure the city against further threats. The FAA issued a national ground stop for all civilian flights across the U.S. This decisive action reinforced the urgency of the situation to prevent any additional tragedies. A Mayday call from Flight 93 revealed the full extent of the hijacking, enhancing authorities' awareness of potential targets. This crucial communication exposed the immediate threat. President Bush addressed the nation, labeling the attacks a national tragedy and pledging rigorous investigations and a firm response to the acts of terrorism, aiming to unite and reassure the public. The loss of radar contact with Flight 77 intensified fears, prompting emergency measures like the evacuation of the vice president from the White House. The collision of the plane with the Pentagon caused substantial loss of life, both on board and within the building, illustrating the attack's dire impact. Flight 93's passengers bravely fought back against the hijackers, demonstrating extraordinary courage that thwarted further destruction, potentially averting a strike on the White House. The North Tower's collapse represented a pivotal moment in the attacks, exposing the fragility of even the tallest buildings. This shocking event forever altered the New York skyline. The attacks claimed 2,753 lives instantly, with many more later suffering from long-term health issues due to toxic exposure. First responders faced severe health risks in their heroic efforts. In the aftermath, President Bush vowed that those responsible would face justice, marking a decisive shift in national security and military readiness. This signaled a new era of global counterterrorism.